Why does my sport, the one that I love, why does my sport, our sport, have to be so discombobulated? Honestly, these guys suck. Both sides. The union, the MLB, they all suck. And they're all greedy SOBs. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call it like it is. I am speaking for every single diehard baseball fan right now. You know what's happening. The whole sport's screwed. The lockout is still going on. This is bull. I'm sorry, it is. I have to say it how it is. It's been official. The MLB and the MLBPA have agreed upon canceling the first two series of the regular season. An article from Bleacher Report says, quote, the first time since '95, Major League Baseball's regular season will be delayed because of a work stoppage. Commissioner Bobby Manford announced Tuesday that the league is canceling the first two regular season series for all 30 teams after the owners and MLB Players Association were unable to agree to terms on a new collective bargaining agreement. I don't even know what to say. Am I shocked? If I said yes, I'd probably be lying to you. So I'm not going to say I'm shocked. Because frankly, these two sides are like vinegar and water. They just don't mix. Not going to happen, ever. And it's hard to imagine that they're in business together. It's amazing. But, like I said, 2 weeks of the regular season are dead in the water, and there's no way of reviving the 2 weeks. 2 weeks, gone. So, Tigers fan like myself, the first two series the Tigers were going to play was going to be away. First in Seattle, then in Oakland. Those two series, gone, goodbye, see you later. They're not playing them. So go look at your calendar for your favorite team. Just cross off the first 2 weeks. Frankly, cross off the whole damn season at this point. So today, we're going to go over all the stuff that's been going down on Twitter. Good old Twitter. I am not a regular Twitter user, but let me tell you, I was on that thing like a bee to honey the past 2 nights. Last night, MLB Network was on till 2 a.m. I was watching it, thinking they're going to make a deal. Tweets coming out left and right. It was like a war zone out there on Twitter. You had Nightingale, you had Passan, you had Sherman, you had Morosi, you had Heyman, who I frankly don't trust. I think he's a joke, John Heyman. I don't think he knows what the hell he's talking about. They had Drellick out there. He was getting hot, particularly today. He was real hot today. You got Rosenthal, the guy who was fired by MLB Network. He was still tuning in and keeping us all up to date. But these guys were firing off shots left and right. And of course, the deadline was scheduled for yesterday, February 28th. I'd assume at midnight, but they actually extended the deadline last night. That's why MLB Network was on until 2 a.m. because they announced that they're going to work throughout the night, which I think was a good idea. I mean, why the hell didn't you do that? I don't know, maybe starting December the 2nd, or, maybe after Christmas, or after New Year's, or the whole month of January, the whole month of February? What in the hell were you guys doing? I really don't know. I mean, the fact that they tried to pull an all-nighter the day before their scheduled deadline of the 28th was like, why? Like, what the hell are you doing? It was stupid. I'm glad they tried to get it done. It sounded like at some point that, it was going to be, announced it at 5 a.m. Yay, the season's back. No, that did not happen. Even though they pulled an all-nighter till like 3 a.m., it didn't happen. I'll tell you why it didn't happen. Because they were goofing around for 2 to 3 straight months. They weren't doing nothing. All the tweets, all the BS prior to about a week ago was total irrelevance. They had nothing on the table, had nothing planned, nothing was in the works. It was all lies. They lied. Not saying the reporters lied, but I'm sure the MLB put out false statements, giving false hints. Same thing with the union. I mean, the union isn't the holy grail here. You're thinking that, the MLB is like the devil and the union was Jesus Christ in the whole thing. No. They were both, little stinking devils. They lied, both sides, in their own way, of how these negotiations were proceeding. So they both lied. I want to make that clear. I thought that MLB announcing the cancellation of spring training games was bad. This trumps all of it. I guess some could say that, this was inevitable, but, who the hell really knows? I mean, these guys, like I said, 1 minute, they're far apart, the next minute, they're right on the edge of something. And, it was a CBT was the main thing, and, oh, no, it's not the CBT, it's the AAV for players, or the minimum salary for players, that was the main thing. Oh, no, it was the expanded playoffs, that was the main thing that was keeping them far apart. So you really didn't know what the hell was going on. This meeting was like being conducted at Fort Knox. I mean, no one really knew what the hell was going on. And that's a problem. There's no transparency in the whole damn thing. Which I get it, they don't want to leak anything, but for God's sakes, can you just be a little transparent? Should have said, for the first 3 months, we were doing this. twiddling our thumbs. What are you guys doing? It was stupid. It was stupid. That's the problem. For the first 3 months, they weren't doing anything. They were sitting there goofing off. I mean, it was like, what the hell? I don't know. It was disgraceful. Now let's get to the tweets because I am all riled up, as you can tell. So let's read off what happened today, okay? So Bob Nightingale tweets out this. The first negotiation of the day ends after about 45 minutes. The first meeting of the new deadline day of today lasted 45 minutes. That is despicable. That was tweet number 1. Tweet number 2, Evan Drellick says MLB today indicated a willingness to miss a month, not just 2 weeks, a month of games, and took a more threatening tone than yesterday. The full context of the conversation was not yet known. So MLB was, putting down the hammer a little bit. I mean, which they should. They should have started from the beginning of this thing, I mean, why are you pulling up your big boy pants now? I mean, it's irrelevant now. I mean, you should have done it in December, or in January, or in February. You should have done it then. Another Evan Drellick tweet, source, says deal's not close, but not impossible. So there was a glimmer of hope, but who really knows? A CBT threshold pre-arbitration poll big issue, among others. MLB has proposed 2 choices. Choice A, 14-team expanded postseason, minimum of $700,000 and $400 million into pre-arbitration bonus pool. Plan B, 12 teams expanded postseason, $675,000 for the minimum pay and $20 million into pre-arbitration bonus pool money. Then Bob Nightingale comes back and he says MLB plans to make one final offer, but considering the tenor and dialogue of today, hard to envision they will reach an agreement in 2 hours or by the time they leave Jupiter, Florida. Then Bob Nightingale comes back and says this: the union vehemently disagrees their tenor changed main talks. It was told that MLB will make a take it or leave it offer by 5 p.m. today, which is Tuesday the 1st. Then SNY tweeted out this. It says Max Scherzer has, quote, rattled some with his tough negotiating style over the past few days. So it seems like Max Scherzer was the ringleader for the players in all this negotiating sessions, which frankly, I could see that. I remember, he's the most psychotic player in baseball's biggest psycho, so that makes sense a little bit here. He's a guy who would be, pushing the envelope for the players. Have to be. I'm sure he was more aggressive than Tony Clark. Let's be honest. Tony Clark don't got the balls. I'm sorry. Then John Heyman tweeted out this, a guy who I frankly don't believe or trust half the time. He says, union official appeared to say he strongly disagrees with the MLB characterization of the union tone changing today. Says they've made clear there were, quote, massive differences, end quote. Then Jeff Passan tweeted out this. He said MLB's best and final offer, no changes to the CBT thresholds, a $5 million increase on pre-arbitration bonus pool from $25 million to $30 million, and an increase of minimum salary from $675,000 to $700,000, moving up $10,000 a year. That was the MLB's alleged final proposal to the union. Then a couple minutes later, Jeff Passan comes out with this bombshell. It says, breaking, MLBPA players and leaders agree unanimously not to accept MLB's final proposal, and there will be no deal on a new collective bargaining agreement before MLB's 5 p.m. deadline. He also says MLB has threatened to cancel its March 31st opening day without a new deal. Then Evan Drellick comes out and says what good old Bobby Manford had to say about the whole damn thing. Drellick tweets out, Rob Manfred just said he is canceling regular season Major League Baseball games. Another tweet from Drellick, Rob Manfred says both sides made an effort to get a deal done, spending first part of his remarks talking up the owner's proposal. This is from Manfred. The international draft would have more fairly accoladed talent amongst the clubs and reduce abuse in some international markets, which I guess that's good, but that's not the point. Players don't care about the international markets. They don't care about what's to come. They care about what's happening now. The players who are in the union today, that was a problem. And that's a problem I had with what Manfred had to say. He says, oh, we're going to fix what's going to happen in the future. But no, the players want stuff to be fixed that's relevant to who's in the union now, not who's going to be in the union for the the next 5 years, then Bob Nightingale comes out and says the statement we've all been dreading. The union has officially rejected the proposal, which means baseball games will be canceled. And that's where we stand right now. I don't know what to say. I think the two sides are both at fault in their own way. I've always been on the owner's side because I do believe that there's a entitlement that the players feel, a selfish one, that they think that they're above everybody. And the one thing I find ironic is that you have a guy in Max Scherzer who's getting paid $130 million and he's a union quote-unquote leader. Of course, maybe not officially, but he seemed to be the ringleader in all this. I just find it funny that a union leader is a millionaire. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think the players should be able to have a union. I think they make too much money to have a union. But unfortunately, that's the case scenario for Major League Baseball. Comment down below your thoughts. I want to say, screw you, Rob Manfred, and screw you, Tony Clark. You are destroying this great game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. I'll catch you guys later.